Hello everyone, myself Purva Apte from DES Secondary School, Pune. In the previous lecture, we studied different methods of linear equation in two variables, how to solve them. Elimination method, substitution method, Cramer's rule, graphical method, all these methods we have learnt in the previous session. Now application based sums which can be solved as linear equation in two variables. So let's move on to the PPT. As I introduced, now in this session, we are going to study the applications of simultaneous equation, or also it can be called as applications of linear equation. Here is the first sum. A party hall has a rectangular yard in front of it for children's play area. The length of the yard exceeds its width by 9 meter and its perimeter is 90 meter. Find the measurement of the yard. When we are solving application based sums, that time we have to read every word carefully and understand it, that what is the condition given. So here, let the length be x meter and width be y meter. Usually we have to remember that whatever the thing is asked, that is to be considered as a variable, that is x or y. Here, find the measurement of the yard. That means we have to find the length and width, or length and breadth of the yard. So I have taken it as, let the length be x meter and width be y meter. Now, according to the first condition, x minus y equal to 9, because the condition is the length of the yard exceeds its width by 9 meter. So the equation is x minus y equal to 9. According to the second condition, perimeter is given, that is 90 meter. It means perimeter is 2 multiplied by, in bracket, length plus breadth. So we can make the second equation as 90 is equal to 2 into bracket x plus y. So equation comes out to be x plus y equal to 45. This is our equation number 2. Now children, you can immediately make out very simple two equations we have got, that is x minus y equal to 9 and x plus y equal to 49. Now to solve these two equations, we can use any method which is comfortable to you and go to solve it. Here we have, what I have done is equation 1 plus equation 2, that will give me x minus y equal to 9 plus x plus y equal to 45. You can immediately make out that y is getting eliminated and I get 2x is equal to 54. Ultimately, x is equal to 27. So here we got the value for x. Now let us find out the value for y. Substitute this value of x in equation 1. You can choose any equation, maybe equation 1 or 2. I have chosen equation 1. X minus y equal to 9. Substitute x is equal to 27. So 27 minus y equal to 9. Therefore, minus y equal to 9 minus 27. So y is 18. Minus y equal to minus 18. The negative sign gets cancelled and you can write it as y is equal to 18. Now, we have asked in the question that what is the length and width. So, final answer that we have to write it properly is, thus we get length 27 meter and width 18 meter. Do not forget to write the complete sentence at the end of the sum of word problems specifically. Also, do not forget to write the units, that is it is here meters. No matter whatever the type of sum is, if it is age sum, then you have to write it years, or if it is length and width sum, as just now we are doing, we have to write meter or centimeter, whatever is given in that particular sum. Moving to the next, here I have one sum from your textbook itself. The sum of father's age and twice the age of his son is 70. If we double the age of the father and add it to the age of his son, the sum is 95. Find their present ages. Read the question again carefully. The sum of father's age and twice the age of his son is 70. So first, we will decide some variable for father's age and his son's age. So let us say that let father's age be X years. Don't forget to write this years. Okay. Then son's age be Y years. Okay. Now, according to the first condition, father's age and twice the son's age is 70. Means X plus twice the son's age, that is 2Y, equal to 70. We got our equation 1 here. Okay. Now read the second statement. If we double the age of the father and add it to the age of his son, the sum is 95. That means now here father's age is doubled. So 2x plus y equal to 95. This is our equation number 2. Very simple to frame the equation. Now we can see here that if I multiply equation number 1 or 2 by 2, then either x or y could be eliminated. So let us choose equation 1 to be multiplied by 2. What you get here? 2x plus 4y equal to 140. Another equation we got. Let us name it as equation number 3. Now, if I subtract equation number 3 from equation number 2, that is equation 2 minus equation 3. I am specifically encircling this number so that you won't be confused. What I get the answer as minus 3y equal to minus 45. So, y is equal to what you get? 15. Okay. Now this y is actually the son's age. So 15 years is the son's age. Now let us substitute this value in equation 1. Okay. So what we get? X plus 2y equal to 70. This was our equation number 1. We are going to substitute y value over here. So it will be x plus 2 into bracket 15, which is equal to 70, right? So therefore, x value that I get is 40, right? So 40 is the father's age. But yes, don't forget to write at the end, therefore, father's age is 40 years. Years, don't forget to write years. And son's age is 15 years. Okay, so this is how we can solve the numericals. Read the statement carefully, one after the other, and you will be able to frame the equation. Let's move further. Here we have one more word problem, again from your textbook itself. It is the denominator of a fraction is 4 more than twice its numerator. Denominator becomes 12 times the numerator if both the numerator and the denominator are reduced by 6. Find the fraction. Again, I will repeat and suggest that read the sum carefully 2 times, 3 times, decide what exactly is asked and then proceed further. Here we want to find out the fraction, that means the numerator and the denominator. So let us consider the numerator as x. Numerator be x. And the denominator be y. So the fraction becomes, what it will be? X upon y. Okay, so the fraction that we want to find out is x upon y. Now read the first condition that is given. Condition 1 is simply denominator of a fraction is 4 more than twice its numerator. So it is y equal to 2x plus 4. 4 more is the statement. So we can write it as y is equal to 2x plus 4. Now we can convert this in the regular format and we get it as 2x minus y equal to minus 4. Okay. Now this is equation 1. Now condition 2. What is that? It is numerator is reduced by 6. So numerator becomes x minus 6, right? X minus 6 because it has been reduced. Denominator is also reduced by 6. So it is y minus 6. Now as per the condition, we can write the equation as y minus 6 equal to 12 into bracket x minus 6, right? Because the second condition is given, denominator becomes 12 times the numerator if both numerator and denominator are reduced by 6. So here if you solve this, you will get it as 12x minus y equal to 66. So you get another equation, that is equation number 2. You have got equation 1 and equation 2 both. Solve them with any suitable method for you, and finally we get the answer as x is equal to 7 and y is equal to 18. But what is the question? Find the fraction. So the fraction is, don't forget to write the final answer. As I said initially, fraction is 7 upon 18. Okay, so this way you can solve the sums. Let's take one more example, activity-based question. Here, this sum is also from your textbook. Complete the following activity. Here the diagram is given. It's a rectangle and the opposite sides are given. Okay, and what is asked? Find the values of x and y and find area and perimeter both. This kind of sum can be there for your exams also. Now here we have to consider what are the properties of rectangle. We know that opposite sides of rectangle are equal. So considering that, we'll begin. As the given figure is a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So can I say that 2x plus y plus 8 is equal to 4x minus y, right? Now if you solve it properly, you will get it as 8 is equal to 2x minus 2y, correct? If you could find a common term out of it, that is dividing both the sides by 2, the equation that we get is 4 is equal to x minus y. Let us consider this as equation number 1. Now, there are other two sides also. So, let us take that. 2y is equal to x plus 4, right? So, equation can be written as minus x plus 2y equal to 4. This is equation number 2. Now we are ready with equation 1 and equation 2. Simply we are going to solve it to get the values for x and y. Moving further, adding equation 1 and equation 2, that is x minus y equal to 4 plus minus x plus 2y equal to 4, we get y is equal to 8. As x is one is positive and the other is negative, they get eliminated and you get y value as 8. Now substituting this y is equal to 8 in equation number 1, that is x minus 8 equal to 4. So obviously x is equal to 12. Now we are ready with x and y values. But is the sum over here? No. We are asked that what is the perimeter and area of the rectangle. So let us find out the sides of the rectangle. Area of rectangle is basically L into B, that is length multiplied by breadth. Now length is 4x minus y and breadth is 2y. Let us substitute the values over here by putting proper brackets. 4 into x, that is 4 multiplied by 12, as x value is 12, minus y, that is we are going to write y as 8. So the equation becomes 4 into 12 in one bracket minus 8 multiplied by, in another bracket, 2 multiplied by 8. Solving the brackets properly, we come to the conclusion that answer is 640 square units. Again, remember we are finding area of the rectangle. So, and we are not given whether it is centimeter or meter or kilometer, nothing is given. So we are going to write it as 640 square units. Now moving for the perimeter. Perimeter of the rectangle formula is 2 into L plus B. Let us substitute the values by putting proper brackets and solve it. This is how you substitute the values as we had done it in the previous slide also. And now here we get The value for perimeter, that is 112 units. Perimeter is always in units. So as I said, kilometer, centimeter, nothing is given. So 112 units. Is it understood to you all? So this is how you can solve the different numericals under linear equation in two variables. Let us take one more example for the linear equations. Let us do. Here is a star mark question in your textbook. Let us read it. Out of 1900 kilometer, Vishal travelled some distance by bus and some by aeroplane. Bus travels with average speed of 60 kilometer per hour and average speed of aeroplane is 700 kilometer per hour. It takes 5 hours to complete the journey. Find the distance Vishal travelled by bus. Read the sum very carefully. Find out exactly what is asked in the sum and then proceed. Let the distance travelled by bus be x kilometer and the distance travelled by plane be y kilometer. Okay. As per the given condition, that is total distance that he has travelled, it is 1900 kilometers. So obviously x plus y equal to 1900. This is my equation number 1. Now in physics we have learned that distance upon speed is equal to time. So we are going to use this information for the further sum. We know that total time taken is 5 hours. Therefore, the speed of the bus, as it is already given in the sum, that is 60 km per hour, and speed of the plane is given 700 km per hour, we can say that according to the second condition, x upon 60 plus y upon 700 is equal to 5. Again I say that distance upon speed is equal to time. Speed for bus and plane is given to us in the information. So we can write the second equation as x upon 60 plus y upon 700 equal to 5. Now here we have to go for the LCM. LCM of 60 and 700 is 4200. So x upon 60 multiplied by 4200 plus y upon 700 multiplied by 4200. Solving this, we get 70x plus 6y equal to 21,000. That is equation number 2. And the first equation was x plus y is equal to 1900. Multiply equation 1 by 6. We get 6x plus 6y equal to 11,400. Subtract equation 3 from equation 2. We get as 64x is equal to 9,600. So x is equal to 150. Now here we are only asked, that is distance covered by the bus, which we had considered as x. Therefore, the distance covered by bus is 150 kilometer. Let us take one more star mark question. In a factory, the ratio of a salary of skilled and unskilled worker is 5:3. Total salary of one day of both of them is rupees 720. Find daily wages of skilled and unskilled worker. Let us start with the daily wages of skilled worker be x rupees and the daily wages for unskilled worker be y rupees. As per the condition, x plus y together is 720. So this is equation number 1. Second condition is x upon y, that is ratio is given. So x upon y is equal to 5 upon 3. So x is equal to 5y upon 3. Let us substitute this x value in equation 1. We get the value of y. From this we can get the value of x also. Thus, the answer for this particular sum is that daily wages for the skilled worker is rupees 450 and for the unskilled worker it is rupees 270. You can now, up to this, you are very much able to solve the sum with any method that you are comfortable with, and so I have not included those steps over here. Once your equations are properly set, you can solve the numerical very well. One more activity based sum. A two-digit number and a number with digits interchanged add up to 143. In the given number, the digit in units place is 3 more than the digit in the tens place. Hence, find out the original number. This is activity based sum. So here you just have to fill in the blanks. Let the digit in units place be x and that in the tens place be y. So the number becomes 10y. The number becomes 10y plus x. The number obtained by interchanging the digits, the number becomes 10x plus y. According to the first condition, two-digit number plus the number obtained by interchanging the digits is 143. So 10y plus x plus 10x now 10x plus y, I am writing outside this box, is equal to 143. So if you solve it, you get it as 11x plus 11y equal to 143. Now x plus y equal to obviously 13. From the second condition, digit in units place equal to digit in tens place plus 3. So x is equal to y plus 3. So x minus y equal to 3. Adding equations 1 and 2, we get 2x is equal to 16. So obviously x is equal to 8. Putting this value of equation of x in equation 1, x plus y equal to 13. So 8 plus y equal to 13. Y is equal to 5. The original number is 10y plus x. So here we can write it as 10 multiplied by 5. So answer is 58. This is how you can solve the activity based sum in linear equation. So I hope now the topic is very much clear to you. Linear equation in two variable, very simple and important topic for you all. So as I said, keep practicing and keep enjoying mathematics. Thank you so much.